by Unique Nutrition. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Kate, and today we're going to be taking you through a delicious Mocha Cheesecake that can be served as a Christmas dessert.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a healthier option. Again, it's not an everyday treat or dessert. Yeah. It's something that you want to be careful with.
In moderation.
Yeah. So this is really, really easy. So first of all, we'll start off with 4 eggs.
4 eggs.
We've talked before about if you want to use, if you've got a recipe that calls for 4 eggs, you could swap maybe 2 out for some egg whites.
Yes.
But again, don't be afraid of using fats in your cooking. It's really important in your diet, and eggs are fine. They're a whole protein, really good for you.
Protein is very important for us.
Protein is.
Building blocks.
Absolutely.
What else have we got, Lauren?
So we have got light Philly cream cheese here. So this is just going to bring it all together, gives that creamy element in a cheesecake that we really love.
Hence the name cheesecake.
Cheesecake, hello, yeah. So Kate's going to be my little assistant helper today.
And I think a lot of people also think that cheesecakes are really difficult, but
yeah, they're really, really not.
Really not.
This is probably more unusual for us because we have to use 2 bowls.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really.
Means we're going to have to wash 2 bowls for once.
But once we've got those 2 in there, we're going to add some Natvia. It's about 2/3 of a cup depending on your sweet tooth.
Yeah.
So again, we like our stuff quite sweet, me in particular.
Particularly at Christmas as well.
So we're just going to pop in, I'm using the canister one of this one. You can use the baking containers as well, which are a finer grade of Natvia.
Just depends on what you've got on hand and available, but they both work fine.
They do work really fine together.
So now we beat this until it's a really nice
and creamy
consistency.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Probably a couple of minutes.
I'm going to make some noise.
All right, go for it.
With my trusty beater.
So while Kate's blending these ingredients together, we're going to focus on doing the filling. So we're going to need another bowl for this. So I'm going to grab another bowl over here. So this is basically what goes on top of the cheesecake once it's come out of the oven and it has cooled down a little bit. You don't want to put this filling on top when it's hot.
Just to interrupt, I am done with my mixing.
Excellent.
So this then goes into your cheesecake bowl and into the oven for about...
give it about half an hour. Check it, make sure that it's not burning. It does have a tendency to, but you should expect a really nice brown edge around it. Now, it's important to note also that you could do this as one big pie in one big pie bowl, or you could do them as 4 individual portions, which actually end up looking a little bit nicer for serving.
They do, exactly.
Because this cheesecake doesn't have a base, we're not using any breadcrumbs or cookies or anything like that. It does have a tendency to
stick, does it?
Stick, So it's really tricky to get out of a full pie bowl.
Which is probably why your individual servings would be good.
They're
you don't
much
have to take it out. Present that at the table. Very nice. So this forms our base then?
Yes, exactly.
Excellent. Yeah. And now onto the fillings.
So onto the fillings. So all we need for this, really, really simple ingredients. I'll let you do this again.
Excellent.
Because Kate is neater.
Because we don't trust Lauren.
Well, yes, I can never be trusted in the kitchen. So, well, when there's mess.
Exactly.
So we're going to do 1 cup of the sour cream. We're using a light sour cream with this. So anything that we tend to use, we tend to try and look for a lower fat version where possible. So we're going to add that in. We're also going to add...
About a cup. What do you reckon?
That's about a cup. Cool. I reckon that's good. Then we're going to add about a teaspoon of your vanilla extract or essence. You can use either, or you can go back and use your vanilla
the paste.
Yeah,
the vanilla bean.
Yeah, which gives a really nice texture as well. So to this, we're also going to add 100 grams approximately of your light Philly cream cheese with this. What I've found with this is that it just gives a creamier texture when you pull it all together. You could just leave it with the sour cream, but if you wanted it to be a little bit more robust, use
this wouldn't set as much probably as that would as well. Yeah.
And we're not using any thickening agents in this. We're not using gelatin. So this does help it bind together a little bit better.
Exactly.
Now in this, we don't need the Natvia canister. We're going to use the Mocha drinking chocolate. So this is fantastic. This gives you a really yummy mocha taste. And because it is sweetened with Natvia, we don't have to add any extra Natvia. You could do if you wanted it to be really sweet, but I've found that you don't need it. About a tablespoon, I reckon.
Okay, so that's pretty much just Natvia and cocoa and coffee flavour.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Delicious.
So that can just be all mixed through.
Now, would you beat that or with our electric beater?
Yeah, I would beat that because you've got the cream cheese in it, it needs to be broken up, and the only way really to do that, unless you want to stand there with
an electric mixer. Well, I'm going to take my earlier beater and just give this a quick whisk. So, making some noise again.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So once you've mixed that together, you can see you get a really nice creamy texture.
Yeah, it's really good.
And this is going to form our cheesecake on top of the baked cheesecake. So this is the filling, essentially.
Excellent. So you've essentially got a baked cheesecake topped with a refrigerated cheesecake.
Yeah, exactly right. So
like double cheesecake.
I know, it's delicious.
Excellent.
So this is one that we've done before. So this is one we've cooked individually, popped in the oven about 30 minutes. You can see we've got that really nice brown texture around.
It's quite caramelly.
It does.
Actually.
Yeah. So just be mindful though, when you do take these out of the oven, what happens is it forms a dome over the top. Once it starts to cool, you'll find that it gets this, you know, it settles down and becomes flatter.
It's perfect.
This is
exactly
perfect
what we
then
need
to pop our filling on top. It's really that simple.
And just until it's covered, it's up to you how deep you fill them, but we don't want them to be ridiculously large. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's really good. You just sort of want it to, you know, cover that.
Yeah,
so you've got
that looks really good. Now we've got the two tones as well.
And all we do is put this into the fridge for a couple of hours, let that set. You can even put it into the freezer for about half an hour.
If you wanted to speed things up or if it was a particularly hot day.
And then we'll dress it. So this is one that we've let sit in the fridge for a little while. And you can see that just looks absolutely delicious.
Great.
How good does that look?
Yeah, so now you can top that with whatever topping you want to. We are choosing to do some delicious fresh berries.
Yeah, and you can really use any sort of berries that you want, even any fruit. You could do a little bit of mango, you could do really anything.
Like a pavlova type topping, like kiwi fruit, some passion fruit.
Yeah, kiwi fruit would work really well.
But I can't go past fresh berries at the moment.
Fresh berries, I mean, look how vibrant they look. I mean, they're not the cheapest thing. What you could do is actually buy the frozen berries and use them. They're fine. Just leave them in a bowl, let them thaw for
tip with
20
thawing
minutes.
frozen berries though is to actually put a sheet of paper down, of absorbent paper, and sit them on top of that, because when they defrost, the paper will absorb all the moisture and the berries will keep their shape. So if you just put them in a bowl, they'll flatten out and they'll be a bit mushy. So make sure you always put a piece of absorbent paper underneath. And then you'll get your frozen berries will probably look like that when they defrost. And what are you doing now?
Okay, so now one of our favourite things to use in the kitchen is the Well Naturally sugar-free dark chocolate. This is fantastic. And all I'm going to do, I'm not even going to use this in the actual recipe, it's just as a little dressing on top. Just going to grate.
Oh yeah, so we could top that with anything, even, I don't know, a sprinkling of coconut.
Oh, absolutely. Bit of desiccated coconut actually on top would be really nice. Some fresh coconut would be nice as well. So,
and look how clean she is.
That's typical Lauren in the kitchen.
Ridiculous.
Stuff everywhere. But that's
that looks
basically
really good.
it. You could put a little bit of dollop of chibani, low-fat yogurt on top.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
Let's do it.
Get into it. All right.
Tell me what you think, because this is...
yeah.
Yeah? See the difference?
Sorry, you probably can't see that properly, but oh, look, disaster. And there we go, we've got our 2 layers. We'll pop a bit of a raspberry on top there, and I'm going to eat it.
Oh, good? Yeah. So this is a healthier version of your typical cheesecake with that really yummy mocha flavouring. So if you haven't tried this, get this. This is available. It's in the drinking chocolate aisles in Coles and Woolies. So don't look for it where the usual Natvia is found. It's in a different aisle. But it's really good and we use it a lot in our cooking.
Yeah, I'm just going to eat some more of that.
So while Kate's eating, we might actually